Basic warm-up, here we go. This is day one. Let's assume that you've already been on a bike or a treadmill. I need you to warm up your choice, so it doesn't really matter. You can't mess this one up. You're just going to go basically on a treadmill, elliptical, your choice of cardiovascular activity, 6 to 8 minutes. I want you to build up that inner core temperature. And you're basically, you're increasing anything you can possibly in the body as far as fluid, so you don't pull a muscle or create an injury. Get in your squat position. How do we do that? Your basic squat position is if you put your feet together and you put your arms by your side and you look down, because your hips, okay, so there's what's called a Q angle, especially for females. You look down and you look at your fingertips and you take your foot, the inside of your right foot, let's say, and you put it on the outside of that fingertip, okay? And you put it on the outside of that fingertip. That's your strongest position. Center of gravity, your ankle box, we call it an ankle box. You have a toe box, a heel box, and an ankle box. Your ankle box is directly underneath your hips. So you're going to start with just a basic squat. I've already warmed up, and I'm just going to go down into that squat and end up about here. I don't want you to go down all the way, okay? Now from the side, I'm going to go down into that squat and end up around here. Okay? The worst thing that could happen is this. Lead with the knees. You don't want to lead with the knees. This is not a squat. This is not a squat. You initiate with the hip. The hip goes back. You stand. Your arms never go out in front of you. A lot of trainers will hand you a medicine ball. It's going to pull you forward. Keep that out of your training. And always remember, hip first. Hip. Hip. My arms go back, my shoulder blades go back as I stand. Shoulder blades back. Shoulder blades back. Lead with the hip. Shoulder blades back. Shoulder blades back. This is how I want you to do it. Shoulder blades back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to do 15 to 20 repetitions. At that point, okay, I want you to go right into your first exercise. We're going to go over the basic sit squat. Remember, I just warmed up, just moving my joints a little bit, doing a no-load squat, functional squat that you just saw. Your feet are in that same position. Get very close to the bench. Have a seat. Stand. Here's what I don't want to see. When you have a seat, people rock, they use momentum, and they stand up. We want to stick, stand. Stick, stand. Okay, we're going to add the dumbbell. Shoulder blades back, as if you were holding a wheelbarrow. Okay? Heavy wheelbarrow, arms back. Obviously, you would not carry a wheelbarrow like this and protract your shoulder blades. Okay, your sternum is the key to this exercise. It's always staying up, high, abdomen tight. Slight bend in your knees. Forward head. Perfect cervical posture. Never ever look down. Where the head goes, the body follows. And that's where you get into trouble. So keep your head here. Never look down. Down slow. Stand. Stand. Notice I'm drawing my shoulder blades back at the top end. I'm here, drawing my shoulder blades back. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just tapping. Okay, my butt and part of my hamstring where it ties into the ischial tuberosity, my sit bones that I feel when I'm sitting, I'm just tapping, brushing my butt to the pad or to the bench or to the yoga block, whatever I decide. 20 repetitions, slow, controlled. As soon as you finish that, turn right around. The dumbbell of your choice, 8 pounds, 10 pounds. This happens to be 15. The arm that the dumbbell's in, same leg forward. I'm still at the bench. Okay, so I'm trying to make this convenient for you. I step back, bend my front knee. Look at my back leg. It's not a lunge. It's not a lunge. Keep the back leg straight. What is that back leg? It's a kickstand, right? Stopping me. Bend the front. Opposite hand. Taps the bench. Watch what I do standing. Slow motion. I come up, tap that toe, so kinesthetically I know where I am in space as I bicep curl. As my arm initiates the eccentric loading coming down on the bicep curl, the leg goes back. Tap and up. Tap and up. It looks like this. I'm not rotating that much, still staying straight. This is incorrect. Okay, do not rotate. Just tap, up, tap, up. Breathe in. 12 reps. Switch. Right leg forward. Sternum high. That's perfect posture. Okay? Kickstand. Support. Support. Tap. Bicep curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 12 to 15 on each side. Sit squat. 12 to 15. I'm winded. I'm going to immediately get on the ground. Put my feet up on the bench. Flat back. My feet are about 3 inches apart. My base of support are my arms. I'm going to lift my hips. Just hold. Down slow. I'm catching my breath. Okay, 2 very intense exercises. This gives you a little bit of a rest period. It's called an active rest or active recovery. I'm not going to have you stand there chatting with your friends with your water bottle in your hand and losing track of time and losing your focus. Okay, so this is a program where you really don't know anybody. Nice and slow. At the top end, use your hands. Take one heel off the ground. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. What am I thinking right now? I can't drop my hips. I gotta keep those hips up. Gotta keep those glutes tight. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Switch. We're doing 6 switch on each side. That's 3 and 3, 4, 5, 6. To get up, never stress your back. Roll to the side. Push yourself up and stand. That was a triplet, okay? We did the sit squat, right? 15. We put them down. We came around. We step back, pull. We did 15 of these, nice and light. We switched, opposite hand, see? Opposite. Hand with the dumbbell, same leg out, okay? Opposite. Opposite. Okay, then we went right down to the ground and did the bridge. 3 exercises. Okay, how many times? 3 times around. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's what I want to see. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a row and a pull together. So I have a row, I wrap it around anything in the gym. Anything in the gym, wrap it around. Any piece of equipment. The bottom line is wrap it around something that's belly button height. Your belly button height. Okay? So we have 2 tubes, one's on deck. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with just a basic squat pattern. You're strongest in your standing position, okay? So you would never have the weight at its heaviest or the challenge at its greatest in your weak position. So I want to slightly squat, and as I stand, I want to draw my elbows and shoulder blades back. Notice I did not say hands. Don't pull with your hands. From your hand to your elbow is basically a lever arm. A hand is nothing more than a grip device, and it goes along for the ride. A row comes from the humerus, or the shoulder blade, followed by the humerus in elbow. Shoulder blade, elbow. Shoulder blade, elbow. It's not pull, pull. Reason why people don't see great results in using their back muscles, it's not what you do, it's how you do it, you know that, is because they're pulling with their biceps, they're elbow flexing. So all day long, I could pull with my bicep. But when I start using my back, okay, and drawing my shoulder blade back, that's what the lat wants to do on a horizontal plane, you get great results. Squat, pull, squat, pull, squat, pull on the way up. This is my strong position. You pull, don't water ski, okay? Not this position. Watch the transition. Finish position. I'm balanced through my ankle box and my balls of my feet. It's not pulling me, okay? I'm staying steady and strong here, down, here, down, here. Not this, okay? Incorrect. You de-emphasize the goal by taking your body in a compromised position, and you're creating a lot of imbalances, and you're putting a lot of stress on your low back. 15 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full extension. Don't protract. Stay strong. Okay? Sternum high, chest high. As soon as you finish 15 squats with the pull, slowly release. Take the lighter of the two. Wrap it around again. Same exercise. Don't get confused. This is the same exact exercise with my arms straight. Remember before how my elbow went back? Well, watch my elbow to my shoulder. Just watch my elbow to my shoulder. My elbow goes back. You're just missing the bend. So now it's a straight arm. Pull, 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 pull. Don't let this pull you. Stay strong. What's the position? Well, I'm at the ledge of a building, standing in rooftop, and I'm looking over. Ready? I'm looking over with proper cervical posture. There's the position. I'm looking over with proper cervical posture. Okay, it's not this. Slight bend. Lean forward. 12 to 15. At this point in time, you're going to be very fatigued. We're going to immediately transition into the row with the lighter tube. Very easy. Right now you're just kind of going through the motion, creating that burn. We want to work out smooth, coordinated, controlled. I walk back. Everybody stands too close to the machine. Get away from the machine. You don't want anything to hit. I'm in that same squat position. Now with the machine it's a little different. The resistance is more dynamic, so what's going to happen is this is going to want to have you protract. So keep everything neutral. Okay, what I mean by that is, look at my shoulder joint. Protracted, neutral, retract. Keep it neutral. Look at my cervical posture. Where the head goes, the back follows. Okay, so make sure we keep that neutral as well. The standard position, or the neutral posture, is the strongest position with the proper cervical, thoracic, and lumbar curvature. There's nothing stronger in the human body than maintaining proper spinal stability during the exercises. Squat, pull. After your 15 reps, you're going to have to, you have no choice, but to go into the machine, put on a lighter weight. You'll figure this out. I just went from 12 to about 5. So you're going to figure that out after your first day. Now you do the same thing. You squat, but now you do straight arm. See that? I'm looking over the edge with proper cervical posture. Straight arm. Straight arm. Let's say I do 10. And I sincerely mean as fast as you can move that weight from the row position to the straight arm position, heavier to lighter. You have to because of the distal loading. You're going to be a lot weaker here than you are here. Okay? So get into that machine, change it, get right back and go. I'm doing my 15 here. I'm coming around, transitioning, and I'm going into my row. Super light, but I'm pretty exhausted. This feels like the first weight because I've done so many. And I keep going. Let's say I did another 12. Squat pull. Straight arm. Transition. Pull. Two different series when it comes to the load. Two different weights when it comes to the machine. Love me now, hate me later. 4 times around. We'll be right back. We're wrapping up day 1. These are quick. You've seen HIIT, H-I-T-T, high intensity training. I'm not a fan, okay? This is MIT. Okay, it's something that I'm patenting and trademarking. It's just medium intensity training. And to you it might be intense, but it's really a step down from what you usually see. Okay, there's a point of diminishing returns and we don't want to ever go into that zone. Okay, we want the body to burn fat properly, carbohydrate properly, and make sure that we're utilizing all the substrates in the body the right way without becoming fatigued or injured. A lot of clinical research on this. You have a bench. That's your base of support. It's the pivot. This is your pivot point right here. Don't get confused about the dumbbells and see. I got a bunch of stuff set up here for you. You're going to sit down on the bench. I want shoulder blade and head support in what's called a tabletop position. I have my yoga block on the ground. You know what that is? That's a range limiter for my hips. Because there's a certain point of hip flexion where you actually shut the glutes off. I'm not wasting your time. I have the perfect range to make sure that the glutes are going to always be engaged. I'm going to sit down on the yoga block. Made a huge mistake. I'm going to sit down on the yoga block. Do not do that exercise I just did. Sit on the yoga block and turn. Head and shoulder blade support. My feet are directly under my knees. Tabletop. I am straight across. Supported. Right now my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes are engaged. I'm actually clenching my butt cheeks together, staying very tight. Watch my cervical spine. I'm pivoting on the bench. My head goes along for the ride. My butt taps the block. Back up to the starting position. Back up to the starting position. I'm pushing through that ankle box. Okay? I'm not pressing off my toes. Look at my heels lift. Incorrect. I'm not pressing off my heels. I'm pushing flat-footed through the ankle. This is the exercise. This is incorrect. Look where my feet are. This is incorrect. I need to be directly under my knee. Now, to get out, done, turn, and get up slowly. If you have a body bar, get into position. Tilt the body bar on top of you, in that crease. Lift. Come down, take the body bar away from you, and hopefully you're not at a Planet Fitness because the crunch meter will go off. But the bottom line is get it away from you, have your buddy take it away from you, or figure out how you can move it. If you only have access to an easy curl bar, okay, you start here, put it here. Lightweight, don't go crazy, maybe 15, 20, 30 pounds. That is very light for this exercise. And slowly onto your elbows immediately so you don't rip your shoulders back. Sit, position, lift, lift, lift. You might have a towel underneath the bar. Maybe the bar is too much and it's pushing into your hips. You might wrap a towel around there. Here's your loaded position. These are called hip thrust. Hip thrust. Last one. Turn it away from you. Use it as a support mechanism. And stand. This is a quad series. We're going to go around twice. 4 exercises. We're going to go around twice. There is no rest. I mean that sincerely. Catch your breath. Okay, don't overdo it. Always go by perceived rate of exertion, obviously. Okay, if you feel any muscular stress or strain or joint pain, then obviously you abort the exercise. You get in touch with me immediately and will tell me the exercise, and we'll plug in a new one in that quad series. You could omit it, and I'll send you a little video of that one exercise that you could plug in to whichever one you do not want or which doesn't sit well with you. We're going to sit, get right into our hip thrust position. 20 repetitions. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7. Maybe you're loaded. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold 1. Now we're going to obviously be a visionary. Let's say the yoga block was already there. You're holding that last position. You come down. Your butt hits the yoga block. You turn to the side. You come right up. And you go into a straight arm plank. Straight arm. That's where my arms need to be. Okay? Not here. Not here. And not here. Straight out. Okay? Fall to the bench, the edge of the bench. The reason why I go to the edge of the bench is I don't want to do this. Look at my hands. This is incorrect. Do not put your hands on the bench. We only have so much wrist flexion, 60 degrees. We don't want to wrench it to 90 degrees with our full body load. So I hold the edge of the bench, which keeps my wrist straighter. Do you notice that? This is incorrect. Watch the difference. Keep it straight. Look at my head. That's incorrect. Watch the difference. Keep it straight. My shoulder joint to my wrist joint is incorrect. Watch what I do with my feet. Look at the relationship of my shoulder now to my wrist. Straight down, right? Good. That's the position I want you in. My feet are pretty wide. I'm going to weight transfer. Touch. Touch. Keep your belly button drawn away from the waistline of your pants. This is core. If you're not shifting that much, put your feet closer together. This is huge. Very challenging. You're going to do 10. Let's say this is 6. 6. 7. 7. If this starts to happen, get yourself in that plank. Remember, a plank is a straight plumb line. Your hands are out and you're tapping. Okay? Your hands are out and you're tapping. That's all you're doing. When I reach my 10, I'm going to immediately come up onto the bench. Grab the dumbbells. Act as if I want to sit a little. Not like this. Loose. Bicep curl together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's what you see. Up, shoulder flex. Or here. Or here. Incorrect. Where you start is where you stay. Look at my shoulder. Look at my elbow. Look at my hip. Nothing moves. Nothing moves. None of this. Don't take your arm and plaster it to your side. There has to be a space. Okay? 9, 10. Flip. Hammer style, 90 degrees. Do not bring them up to here. Stop here. 1, 2. Nothing moves. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, flip, flip, lean, slightly pull. Lean, slightly pull, slightly pull. This really mellow wind pushing you to this side. Easy, you're catching your breath. So we go bilateral now, which is very cool. We get a chance to catch our breath. We're still going through the biceps. I'm on probably, I did 10 of the regular, 10 of the hammer. Now I'm doing 10 of the single arm. Wrist curl, look at my wrist, wrist curl, wrist curl, wrist curl, wrist curl, flex, wrist curl, 10, 10. I'm putting them down. I'm backing off, I'm turning. In the gyms they have these blocks, plyo blocks. Hopefully they have one. I'm letting my arms rest for this particular set. I'm going to show you how I'm going to engage the biceps again. 1 foot up, dead center on that step. Watch my arm position, watch my sternum. I come back. Look how I'm pushing off my calf like I want to run. Okay? I'm stepping up, lift. Toe tap. Look at that toe on the block. Has to hit. I slowly come down. The arm and the leg are always looking together, so I'm here and I'm back. Switch arms. And I'm back. As I come down and decelerate eccentrically, okay, my body's resistance. My arm comes up. I counterbalance with this arm. That's what gives me the stability. This arm is back, this leg is here. All right? Up. Up. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, move. 10, more muscles. What's moving the joints? More internal forces. More calories burned. Stay up, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 10 on each side. My biceps had a chance to rest. I immediately pick up these biceps. I go right back to the other side and I curl. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I switch. My biceps are fatigued. So now I'm going to make those become the default muscle, and I'm going to go into a hammer curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. And drink. Don't drink smart water though. Really bad plastic. Okay, just don't take my advice on that one. We'll be right back. Transitioning right out of that, going into the straight arm, tap, tap. From the straight arm, you're right here. Why waste time? You're coming right up here, doing the bicep curl, 10. Hammer curl, 10. Single arm, 1, 1, 2, 2, 10. Little wrist curl, okay? You're coming right off of that. Your arms are fatigued, okay? You're doing that step up with the counterbalance, 10, 10. Gives your arms a chance to rest. We keep the flow. We grab the dumbbells, 10 here. We switch, 10 hammers, and we put them down, and we're going around twice. We're going to do a tricep move, which is a straight arm stability tricep press for upper body strength. We're going to transition into a step back lunge, loaded and unloaded. I grab them close to my body. I get in this position. If I can't hold this position, I would never do the exercise. I slowly decelerate, drop my elbows, keeping congruency in my shoulder blade. I don't want my shoulder blades to collapse, and I press myself up. If I use the bench, I just took 30 pounds off your body. I'm changing the angle, force of gravity, gravity-induced posture. I'm using the yoga block to even limit that more. I grab the bench in that same straight arm position that I was doing the taps. I get in that perfect plank, not here, here. I put my elbows in, so I look like this. This is not a chest press. We don't do chest presses, okay? It's a waste of time. We'll get into that later. Okay, not here, here. I slowly drop my elbows, touch the yoga block. Press, press. 3, 4, 5. Press your belly button away. Press your belly button away. Okay, let's say you did 10. Come up, remove the yoga block. 2 dumbbells. Immediately lay down on the bench. Take the dumbbells with you. Watch what I do with my legs. Okay, maybe you have 15-pound dumbbells in your hand. I kick up. 1, 2. Feet are on the bench. I have that same position. I drop slowly. My arms are in a 90-degree L shape. I pretend that the bench is the floor. I can't go down any further. That's incorrect. Stop at the bench. Press straight up. Do not bring these dumbbells together. Get your head away from this. This is not a chest press. Okay, my arms are going up 2 channels, or there's a wall in between. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. You're fatigued. 11, 12. Okay, I usually rock and roll this way. Last thing you want to do is drop the weights. Okay, but you could put them on your chest this way, and you could use a leg to sit yourself up. There's what's called rock and roll. I'm going to show you quickly. If I sit on the bench, I grab a knee, I just pull myself back. To get off, I grab a knee, I use the opposite leg to create momentum to help facilitate that motion. I don't use any muscles to sit myself up. So, again, you're here. Grab the bench, yoga block, belly away. Go to fatigue. 1 foot forward. Stand tall. 2 dumbbells. Lay down. It looks like this from the side. 2 cables. Pulleys are high. This is in as far as it goes. Okay? These are not, they don't have to be too high. I have this set at where 2 is showing. There's a 2 showing, the number 2. And these are on 1. So the transverse plane is on 1, and the elevation is on 2. I'm going to grab the hand grips and cross them, like this. See? Cross my hands. I'm going to take these down to my sides, here. So this X is right in front of my nose. All right? I'm going to just bend the elbows. Do you see my shoulders moving? Absolutely not. In the gym, I know you see stuff like this. Okay? So we're not going to move. Elbow extend. Elbow extend. Elbow extend. Elbow extend. 10 reps. Open the X. Turn around. 1 foot back. Continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk back and let them go. Those are your 2 tricep exercises, back to back. Okay? You're going to have 2 dumbbells near that machine. And you're not going to let anyone take your machine. You're going to stand there with 2 dumbbells and do 10 repetitions of a bicep curl. Okay? That is an active rest, which is neurologically shutting off the tricep, getting it ready for the next exercise. Face the machine, same weight. You got to pick these weights perfectly. Same weight. Grab this, cross them. Now I'm facing the other way. Remember before I was here and I crossed. Now I'm going to be here. I cross my hands. I do the same thing. 10 reps. Here's the difference. 10. Watch what I do with my hands. Let's get a close-up on that. I come up and I turn my hands around. See that? It's not a big deal. Look, the strap is on the outside. I just turn my hand around so my fingertips or my nails are looking up at me. I don't want these to cross. And I do another 10 with my palm up. Up. I never change that. At all times, I'm seeing my fingernails. Palm up. This opens up the hinge joint. Okay? This is a perfect hinge on the olecranon, on the elbow joint. The stimulus is far superior than the regular positions I was showing you. Okay? It's also going to increase your grip strength. On your last rep, bring it up and step back. In between, your bicep curls. Okay? Your bicep curls. Your last series of day 2 is going to be a step back lunge. The yoga block is here by my side. I'm going to show you this way. The yoga block is here by my side. That leg is closest to the yoga block. That's my support mechanism. I'm going to have my feet together. I'm going to step straight back, not off to the side, not on a tightrope. I'm going to step so that when I step back, look at my feet. When I step back, that line goes straight back so that I'm still here. Okay? I step back so that my feet, my toe is here in a perfect straight line behind me. And I slowly decelerate with this hip. Hip. Okay? Not here. So it looks like this. Nice and loose. And step forward. I'm going to use the yoga block. Show it from the back. So here I am, finished position. Come back. Here's my support. Step. 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 I'm not a fan of the big bend in the back knee on the lunges. You've probably seen a lot of this stuff. Okay? There's a lot of reasons why we don't do that. It's very old school and there's a lot of stress, especially on the hip flexors. It's a part of the ACL, PCL of the knee that's articulating in the front. I use more of a straight leg, more of a kickstand, and very loose, very loose. It's really about the front leg. So it's here, step, step, step. If you don't need this, cool, okay? Step. So now we can get into the exercise. Okay, you understand the step back principle, that when I'm stepping back in that back reverse lunge, if I'm starting here and I step back, this foot is on the inside of this plane, so it's here. It's not on the other side, and it's not on it. Okay, everybody does that incorrectly where they're losing balance. Once you have the static lunge down, here's the exercise. Don't get confused. This is the last part of day 2. All right, we're going to have day 1, day 2, core cardio. Day 1, day 2, core cardio. And then I'm going to surprise you with the cardio we're going to be doing in between day 1 and day 2. It's all going to come together when you see the video. Here's what we're going to do. In a position. Last series of day 2. Step back into that lunge position. Hold. Arms up, thumbs back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms in a T. Coming down from your side, not up. Don't elevate your shoulder girdle. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that wheelbarrow, shoulders back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch, not exactly like that. Step back slowly and softly. Hold the position up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 3 times. Step forward, hold. 10, 10, 10. And the up, down. Remember on that last one, I think I forgot it. On that last one, when you're here, it's 10. Then step forward. Back. Hold 10. Hold 10. Hold 10. Up and down 10. Step forward. Back. Hold 10. Hold 10. Hold 10. Up and down 10. 3 times. Day 2 is over. You're a rock star. Day 3 is a little different. I left out chest and I left out shoulder girdle, and I did that for a reason. I wanted to keep it last. I don't want to put too much emphasis on that because your pecs are involved in everything we do. Poor posture, labor-saving devices. You're not going to have to flex too much in that area, so I saved it for last. If you notice, day 1 and day 2, I did a lot of lower body exercising because you're going to burn the most calories utilizing the lower extremity during any given window or a given set of repetitions. You might have a Life Fitness, anything in the gym that you can use that has weight stacks, that the pulleys slide up and down. I'm going to make sure that the pulleys are in line with your shoulders. You've done chest press before, okay? But we're going to go over the mechanics right now. On the cable chest press, here's the safest way to get in. Come into internal rotation, walk it forward. Don't let go, keep your arms in a sling. Press forward as you walk back. Get the cables in position. Adduct. I'm bringing my arms together at midline. I slowly come back to as if I'm standing against a brick wall. No further. Okay, this is excessive. That would be excessive. Don't come back this far. There's my brick wall. Arms together. 1, slow. 2, see the load line? If you turn, center shoulder. 3, this is incorrect. Look where the cables are. This is incorrect. Look where the cables are. Okay? Walk back until the cable comes out of the elbow and your arm is straight in front of you. 3, 4, 5, 6. On rep 6, switch your feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch this. Walk forward into a sling. Walk back. Hit. Hit. Immediately go to the bench. 2 dumbbells are set up. Now, you sit down onto the bench with the dumbbells on your knees. Why? There's no load sitting down at all. 0 load. When you do it, you'll understand what I'm saying. You're going to kick the dumbbells up. 1, 2. Feet are on the bench. And go through your dumbbell press. The bench is the floor. Look, I can't go any deeper. It's not about the stretch. Okay, that's anterior shoulder girdle. I want to keep it in the pec, the pectoralis major, by only stimulating the pec and keeping the stress out of the shoulder joint. Slow, pause, bring to midline. Slow, breathe in, pause, bring to midline. 1, 2, feet off. 6 more. 3, 4, 5, 6. Last rep. Feet down. Bring them into a sling. Here's the hard part. What do you do with them? I do not want you to drop the dumbbells. Okay, so if someone's with you, fine. If not, just rock and roll. Kick, feet, stand. That's the best way. Figure out a maneuver is the best way to get those dumbbells in position. You're going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. if you have a machine that does that, I'm going to show you two versions. If you have a machine where you can get two pulleys directly out in front of you, that means this. Take your arms and just put them straight out in front of you, walk forward. If the pulleys could be right there, you got it made. If not, I'll show you another version. Standing in an athletic position, do not water ski, okay? Forward, flex, draw back. Okay, now, from the side, you can't see this. As you pull, your wrist is going to want to flex because you're pulling with your wrist and your forearm's going to want to flex. As you pull back, your elbows are going to want to drop. Keep them on the shelf. As you pull back, your hands are going to migrate towards your shoulders because you're pulling with your hands. I want you to imagine that you don't own from the elbow to the thumb. You don't own it. You're here and you're pulling with the elbow. Elbow. You're drawing back with the elbow. Okay, with the elbow. You get it? You're here in front of the machine. Draw back. 15 repetitions. 15 repetitions. Can't see this. Can't see this. Can't see this. Okay? Straight across. So that your arms are always 90 degrees of elbow flexion. Here I am. Perfect L shape. And I just rotate down to the tabletop. And I pull. And I pull. And they stay just like that. And I'm thinking of pulling from here. Doesn't matter where the pulleys are now. Let's assume they're a little wider. Okay? What I want you to do, don't put them here. Let's assume they're wider. Life Fitness machine, big cable column, pull-up station over here, 2 weight stacks on each end. You're probably familiar with that. Cross the cables. Pick your weight. Do the opposite of what looks like a fly. Draw straight back, shoulder blades together. Look at my arms are on a shelf. I don't come all the way forward. Look at that range of motion. You're laughing. This is it. Don't come forward like this. Just pull. 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 Now the long lever arm with the load, the distal loading from the hand to the shoulder girdle, okay, because it's such a distal load, if it doesn't feel comfortable on the shoulder, then go back to this position and decrease and eliminate the lever arm. Okay? So here's what it looks like. My arms are always on a shelf. Slow and controlled. 1, 2, 3, hold. Slow, pause. 1, 2, 3, hold. Slow, pause. Okay? Make sure you come away from the machine a little bit. If the cables are together, it's the same thing. Don't worry about it. Just cross the cables. Cross the cables. Okay? If you're doing cross the cables, I want 4 sets of 12. If you're doing them together, I want 4 sets of 12. You're going to have 2 dumbbells. You're going to grab them. You're going to kneel on a bench, anywhere. So let's say you're home, 2 light dumbbells. We're going to do a slight side raise. My range of motion is a little different. It's based on biomechanics of what the muscle does with the joint. Okay? Disregard what you see at the gym. You're going to slowly lift, and that's as high as you go. See that angle? That's as high as you go. I'm going to do it standing for a second. That's as high as you go. Slight bend, palms down, slow, pause. Here's what you see in the gyms. Okay? You're just going to go from here to here, from here to here, kneeling on the bench, from here to here. That's it. Here, here. You're going to do 8 to 10 repetitions. Let's call it 10. On your 10th repetition, put them down by your side. You were here. You did this, you did the cross. You're going to come over here and do those side raises as well. And you're going to do 4 sets of 12. That's the chest shoulder girdle workout. That's really all you need for your shoulder girdle complex. I don't do anterior. I do not do front raises. I do not do any type of upright rows. There's a reason for it. Hey, it's all about eating smart and training dirty. And that's what you have to do. But you're training smart as well. And that's what this whole program is designed to do. Okay? I'm giving you the best, excellent exercises that could actually enter the human body. And it's really what it's about. You're going to see so much stuff out there, so much garbage, so much things that are going to create muscular imbalances, lead to faulty patterns, lead to all types of pain in the joints, etc. That's where your frustration comes in, and that's how you ask somebody else, what do you do? And they tell you, and it just keeps going down the line based on, you know, my trainer's better than your trainer kind of thing. Try this out. You're going to have day 1, day 2, day 3. Then you can take a day off. Then you have one day, day 1, day 2, day 3, take a day off. So it goes 1, 2, 3, off, 1, 2, 3, off. You can have different days off. And obviously we're going to be in touch. You're going to have some questions. This is very raw. So if you don't understand anything, obviously you could contact me. Thank you so much for putting your trust and support in myself, and as well as our company, Results Plus Personal Training Fit Pro Academy. We'll talk real soon. Thanks.